open, baby. They say I'm fucking the way I taste what's in your love van. They all sit and wonder why this feeling I cannot hide. It ain't a question of pride. Oh, what is it? It's love, yeah. Oh, it's love. They say I'm
Check. We on Illustrate Radio right now. I'm DJ Stiletto. Welcome. Let's go. Check. Hey, yo, Lucky, where you at?
Hey, DJ Stiletto.
We cranking Wednesdays. That's what we about to name this show after one of our special guests that is about to join us a little later. We're going to keep that on the hush hush. But before we get to all that, shout out to, make sure y'all basically tune in on YouTube live right now. We are definitely there every Wednesday. Also tune into Roku on 7 on demand. Make sure y'all tune in live on Bliss FM Facebook right now. Shout out to everybody on Facebook because I know we got some people over there. I just can't look at the comments right now because I was doing a little bit of rushing. But right now, y'all see that our lady T Gray is not with us today, unfortunately. But we're going to make sure we keep it up and keep her in high spirits tonight because we cannot wait to see you back. But I guess it's my turn to hold the throne, so I'm going to hold it down. And y'all know I got DJ Stiletto because I'm never alone. I always got a team behind me, even when they not here. Ain't that right?
We here.
Yeah, so we lit. So we're going to get into just my luck really quickly. And I want to just talk about protecting your peace. I know often I say that a lot, but sometimes people don't really get it, that being the bigger person is also still making sure that your peace is protected. It's not being weak. It's actually being strong enough to know that no one is the master of me. I control my own attitude. And I'm not going to let anyone get me out of character because it's not even worth that type of time. So if you are, unfortunately, ladies, you might hate me for what I'm about to say because I'm going to come for y'all just a little bit. I also want us to normalize, stop encouraging toxic behavior. When you see someone going on their rants, telling their total business on social media, this person sleeping with that person, you and a person going back and forth, there's arguments, or you're talking about your kid's father, whatever the case may be, just don't do it. Because we have to stop being on their timeline saying, yeah, don't pay these dumb motherfuckers any. No, tell her to take her whole everything off the timeline because it's not worth arguing with anyone over, period. And if you're going to be in a polyamorous relationship unknowingly, you might as well, technically you do know, and you might as well just, bring everything in the household together because there's no need to know your matey and you ain't benefiting from it. Like, bitch, can you watch the kids on the weekends while we go on vacation? Or I'm about to go on my girls trip. Let's work together. You know what I'm saying? Let's work together. We really about to be doing this. But anyway, that's it for just my luck. I'm going to keep it in love and light and high spirits. And I'm going to let that sizzle in y'all spirit. Y'all got to learn to make sure y'all keeping y'all peace over there because it's always the woman that looks stupid. I'm sorry. I'm in right there. So let's get into this hot take. Okay. All right. So first, I just want to pay our respects really quickly to Paul Mooney, which is a comedian who was just so pro-Black, so everything for us. He freely and willingly spoke his mind. If he had a mic in front of his mouth, you best believe it's going to be something that is worth listening to. He died at the age of 79, unfortunately. Yeah, and I just want to say our condolences to him and his family. Okay, the moment of silence really quickly. And I just would have known that T. Gray would have definitely want me to touch on that because she's so well known and in depth with the, comedic culture. So it's a beautiful thing. Demi Lovato comes out non-binary. I don't even really know. Is that like a real thing? Do you think is that like a real thing?
I asked the same thing. I'm not sure. Is it? I don't know. I don't like non-binary just means I don't identify as a male or female. I'm assuming that's what the terminology means. Yeah, so she will no longer be looked at as her. I can't stop saying that. It is in my DNA. And for someone to force me to stop looking at reality as what it is, I think that is unfair to me. So I can dress you as I want to because you cannot control anything that comes out of my mouth. But I will respect you if you're a loved one. If that's your
I don't
thing.
know. Yeah, if that's your thing. Like, I'm not. Yeah, we're not even doing all that. What I really, really wanted to get into, though, and I feel as though you are probably going to be excited just as much as I am, is the new show, Queens. Did you hear about it?
I do.
Yes. Even though they try to make it about a washed up hip hop group, I'm excited to see that all of the characters are into play. You have Eve, you have Brandy. I'm not really familiar with Notori. I think that's what it's called. Her name is Notori Halton.
That's Tasha from Power. 3LW.
Oh, no, I do. Oh, no, but it's another one, not Notori. So I do know Notori, but it's a Latina girl too. I don't know what her name is.
Yeah. I'm not sure of who she is. No.
Yeah, I'm not sure who she is. But anyway, the concept seemed a little bit outrageous, but it's not too far off from reality. I think that this actually could be a show that happens in real life. And I think that this is definitely going to keep a lot of their careers like booming, because we already know, like you said, Notori is in. I didn't know that was her real name. She was always going to be Tasha to me. So when you said Notori, that's from Power. I'm like, I don't even know who she is. But Brandy, I feel as though she kind of needed this booster, even though Brandy has dibbled and dabbled in acting a lot. Yeah, I just feel as though she needed something else that was going to be like something that she can actually embody. So I'm very excited to see my girl Eve. Yes. I'm so super excited to see her as well. So what are your thoughts? Because I know as a DJ, like, you look forward to, and also being a female at that, being in the industry and being in entertainment, I'm sure like this is something that you're looking forward to.
Well, one, I'm a big fan of Eve and Brandy, artist-wise. So I'm excited to see what both of them will have to offer. As far as acting, I think that the Eve show was well slept on. I think she actually really held it down.
Yeah, she's good.
That she had So, as far as acting, I really feel like, them as a group, like you said, I don't really know the Latina female, but all the other ones,
I didn't even see her name.
Artists, and I'm pretty sure this will be a good little mesh. I was kind of thrown off a little bit by just all of them together, but just seeing like the preview, the clip of it, I was like, okay, this could be something. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thrown off I was thrown off when I first heard about it as well, because I thought it was going to be a show that was a real show, a reality show that was really about their careers. When they said washed up girl groups, I just figured they probably going to try to mesh them together, but they're already well known on it. Anyway, I'm excited. I can't wait to see it. So I heard about this too. Little John is now going to do a show about interior design on HGTV. Home renovating, not interior design. I'm sorry, home renovations. So when I said it, I was just like, what? He's about to do what? Like, how? Why? But I'm actually, and that's what the show is called. I didn't even peep that. Little John wants to do what? He must have known that everybody was going to say that, because that is a dope. He's a genius. I got to give him his credit.
That is He's actually genius.
Yeah, he is genius. He's genius with the marketing. I think that that's something, a gift that he's always had, to always make himself stand out and be like super unique. And he's been able to live off of this slogan for a long time, at least the what part, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he embodied it. So I'm actually kind of I'm probably not going to watch it every week, but I am very interested to see what his input is going to be like, you know? So I didn't get a chance to cover everything, but that's because I was mommying. So I appreciate everyone for still tuning in, even though we were running a little bit behind. I'm going to hand it on over to DJ Stiletto to let us out on this mix. But before we do that, I just want to let y'all know that we got Felix Chief Stevenson, the original drummer of the Huckabucks, joining us in about 10 minutes. So y'all look out for that. Make sure y'all stay with us. But until then, take us out. Can we crank some go-go?
We can crank some go-go.
I know you got a little special. Yeah, I know you got a little special something for us. So go ahead. I'm ready to hear it.
Hey, Stiletto. All right. Yeah. Come on. Hey, DJ Stiletto. I gave you all the love I gave you more than you. I gave you all that I had inside. You took my love. You took my love. Didn't I tell you what I need? Somebody say that a love like that won't last. Didn't I give you all that I got to?
Baby, y'all know some go-go. We gonna play it out a little bit.
This is no ordinary love. No ordinary love. This is no ordinary love. No ordinary love. But you still don't be paying no attention because you listen to what your girlfriend's listening. Shake up and think it is, shake up and think it is. And let me tell you one of the coolest kind of cat. And everything you hear about sugar ain't true. Cause what it is, I got a crush on that.
Hey.
Boom, bop, bop. Boom, bop. Boom, bop.
Check.
Boom, bop.
Next up, I'm going to get into our special guest. This is Chiefism with the two-step drip.
Oh, yes, sir. Hey, hey, I got a new dance, y'all. Live into the Decatur where it's greater. Good vibes only.
This our special guest tonight, y'all. Tune in, make sure you hear it. Learn the two-step. Let's get it.
Nod your head and move your hips. Do your slide, but don't slip. Step to the left, give them a little dip. 2 steps to the right, pop the collar split. 2 steps back, do the twist. Carnival ever, X across the wrist. Push the dirt off your shoulders, feeling like a whip. Spin around 360, show off all the drip. Nod your head and move your hips. Do your slide, but don't slip. Step to the left, give them a little dip. 2 steps to the right, pop the collar split. 2 steps back, do the twist. Carnival ever, X across the wrist. Push the dirt off your shoulders, feeling like a whip. Spin around 360, show off all the drip. Hey. Y'all with me on that?
It's that new two-step drip.
That ain't too much for you, is it? It's a little slight two-step move. You dig? Yeah. It's just a freestyle. In the meanwhile, nod your head, move your hips. Do your slide, but don't slip. Step to the left, give them a little dip. 2 steps to the right, pop the collar split. 2 steps back, do the twist. Harder forever, extra cross the wrist. Brush the dirt off your shoulders, spin it like a rim. Spin around 360, show them all the drip. Hey, ladies, I love it when you get low. Get low, down to the floor, yes indeed. Y'all feeling that new dance? Hey, y'all Jerry, can you get with me on that? Where you at, sis? Hey, stop. Yeah, move your hips. Do your slide, but don't slip. Step to the left, give them a little dip. 2 steps to the right, pop your collar split. 2 steps back, do the twist. Wakanda forever, extra cross your wrist. Brush the dirt off your shoulders, feeling like a whip. Spin around 360.
Yeah. That's that new chief-ism with the two-step drip. Yo, Keish, where you at? Let's bring them in.
Hey, welcome. Hey, it's so good to have you on. I just want to introduce you properly. But first, let me ask you how you doing before I get too excited. We can't hear you.
On mute.
Oh, no, we can't hear you. Okay, well, hopefully we can fix this in the background. In the meantime, let me give you a little bit of a moment to actually see if we can get the audio down together. But I wanted to introduce the original drummer of the Hucklebucks, Chief Ism. It is such a pleasure to have you here. If y'all are not familiar with any type of go-go, I'm pretty sure that y'all are familiar with these 2 songs at least. Is the Bud is Sexy Girl. I'm sure. If you're not, then I must be showing my age because damn, yeah, I just realized I know. But anyway, damn, I was gonna say, yeah, I am showing my age, but if you don't know it, Google it, look out for that dope song, the 2-step. I'm sure it's on all platforms, and I'm hoping that it'll eventually be on TikTok because I was kind of looking for it. So can we get them back? Did we make sure did we get the audio working? Are you back? Do you have headphones in? Maybe take the headphones out. Still nothing.
Still not hearing you.
Okay, so try to refresh the screen. I'm not sure if it's the audio or maybe your audio cord or maybe audio isn't connected on your iPad or laptop. Yeah, take the headphones out. Like unplug them and see if that works. Oh, so you can hear me? Nod your head if you can hear me. Oh, you can hear me? So unplug it. Unplug the cord, the headphones all the way. Or if it's Bluetooth, disconnect the Bluetooth.
Oh, you can't. I don't
know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Man, this is crazy. Me with my technical difficulties too. I had some all day. But I want to cover him. I just want to cover him. I want to make sure that you all go and check out the app. He is the creator. It's called Go-Go Loops. You could definitely click the link in his bio. Go Loops, correct? Yeah, he could just nod his head. We're going to get it together, man. We're going to try to like refresh the screen and bring them back on. Until we can, let me just go ahead and cover some of the topics that I didn't get to cover. Okay. All right. And I say it's hot take. I'm sorry, y'all. The segment is called Spit That Ish. Look, I was rushing. It was a long day today. Okay. So y'all gonna have to bear with me. So I want to cover that something that's probably not in here. Because everyone was talking about it, and I feel like that was super hot this week, which was Portia and the young lady in Atlanta off of the Housewives. I can't remember the name because honestly, it doesn't really matter. I just want people to know that shit happens. They're adults. Mind your fucking business. I'm not. I'm not. Oh, there we go. He's back. Okay. Yay, are you back?
Right,
we can hear you now. Yay.
Yeah.
I was getting worried for a second. We are doing good, but we can't see you though. So there you go.
I can see now. Okay. There you go. We see you. Okay.
Cool. Thanks for the introduction.
Okay. You're very welcome. It's actually super dope to have you on. I remember dancing to the Bud at a high school talent show, and our teachers thought it was crazy because we had like a little cup. Yes, we did. We definitely did Budweiser. Yeah, so it was super dope, and I want to hear more about your two-step and how did you come up with the production of the song. I think it's given me very much old school with a little bit of new school because you realize that this is a dance world. But how did you come up with the concept?
I was it was during COVID, and I was just in the house, and I had like I do beats with go-go loops, like just foundational beats that I sell. And I'll have them on my MPC or whatever, and I'll be like, you know, I'm gonna build on this beat to try to sell it to, or just to promote it. Like, look what you can do with these go-go loops. You know what I'm saying? Like, so these songs I've been doing are kind of like commercials to show, look, I made these go-go loops, and this is what you can do. And look, I'll be saying it's easy as 1, 2, 3, but it's like, yeah, I could play the bass and the guitar, and you know what I'm saying? It's really not that easy, but it is. And so I was just in like the basement, and like you said, I was just thinking about the dance world and line dancing, and I ended up coming up with 4 songs, but that was one of them. Like, and I'm just like sitting there, and I kind of freestyled the whole album because I'm just trying to promote the go-go loops and show what the go-go loops can do for you in the studio from a Congo player. And I was thinking about Chuck and, you know, like bringing some old school flair, but with some new school, you know, youth and energy to it, and it just kind of, and then Drake had the joint two-step. He had his Michael Jackson. He had the slide. And that's why I say, do you slide or don't you slip? And it to me, and I just, you know, because as an artist, you'll overthink sometimes. So I just kind of like whatever I thought of, just kind of let it flow. And what's crazy is the next week, Chadwick Boseman died. And I found out his birthday is the same day as mine. And I had put that Wakanda Forever across your wrist, X's across your wrist. And, you know, and that was crazy. You know, the coincidences in art and or whatever, if you want to call them coincidences. But that's kind of how I came. I was like, everything happens for it's God. So, and that's how I came up with it, man. And it's just like, and it just felt good. And I said, I'm going to put this out.
So I was mentioning earlier TikTok. Now I know you probably get some youngins to like put it together on TikTok. Because how do you feel about that? I feel as though that would probably zoom it up. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit.
That's what I want to do. I just need the youngins to kind of put energy in and put their flair and put their twist on it. Because, you know, we do it real cool. You know, we from the 90s, we two-step real cool. Or even quite older. You know, I'm a little up there with my age. So the youngins, they could give it that flavor it need, because I feel like it's cool enough for the youngins to still chill for the older crowd. So that's exactly what I did it for, waiting for that TikTok, you know, boom on it. So I just got to get some youngins to get involved. I try to get my nephews and daughters, and so.
Yeah, that's what's up. I think that'll be a definitely good look. And I'm going to look out for that. If anything, I'm going to make sure I play it for my kids because they're TikTok gurus. You know, I'm sure they can make up a dance to it real quick. You know what I'm saying?
TikTok.
So tell us. Yeah, TikTok is everything. Social media is everything. So I feel as though this is really prime time for artists right now to really put your work out there because everybody's watching. They have really nothing else to do outside of being on your phones until we open up this summer. So, you know, you actually dropping the song, creating the album, and promoting your app, which we're going to get into that in a second, is super genius because it's right before the summertime. You're making like a summertime beat flow type. But anyway, before I start rambling on, I want to tap into your Go-Go Loop app and give us a little bit more information about that. Like, how do people download? Is it something that they pay for the apps? Are the beats that you get samples for free? Just give us a little bit of insight.
Well, it's actually, I'm working on an app. I don't have the app yet. I'm working on the app.
Okay.
It's a website where you can just go and I got like 9 or 10 individual products, like packs, drum kits or sample packs, which consist of different loops, 3 to 6 second loops of like a pocket or socket or just a drum beat or Congo beat or just the samples of the actual each individual Congos or the timbales. And so I have different sound packs that I sell on the website. Like I said, I'm working on the app that would really, I think, help it, but I just wanted to be right, and so I'm taking my time with the app. But the site is, and it's a long story, but actually I lost my actual gogoloops.com site. But it's still, my store is still up at selfie.com/gogoloops. That's SELLFY.com/gogoloops. And that's the link in my Instagram. So I got to work on getting my domain name back. It kind of got away from me. I do a lot by myself, and it just wasn't on Renew, and it became like a popular SEO website. For me, I've been doing this for like 5 years, so the website became popular, and then it kind of, I didn't renew it, and so they, the people jumped on it. Now they try and charge me an arm and a leg to get it. But my store is through a third-party site, so all the products are still there, ready for purchase. And like you said, I'm trying to develop an app where you could just go right in and have all the sounds individually. Because now I got products where it might be 120 sounds in one pack or 500 sounds in one pack, And I do rap stuff and trap stuff, but it's exclusively mostly go-go. So, but you could go to my Instagram, Go-Go Loops, GO_GO Loops, LOOPS. And that's the Instagram, and the website is in the bio with the store. So, but yeah, it's in the beginning stages. Like I said, I do a lot by myself, but I'm trying to get into the teaching and developing the software for that actually plays with the go-go swing, because it's a special thing that our drummers do. It's a special way we play. We're world-renowned, drummers that been to Berkeley and in these big schools. They look at us like, how do you do that? It's a certain swing. Like Chuck Brown said, don't mean a thing if you got that swing. And so I was able to, capture that on that drum machine, right? And be able to put it, give it to people that might be in San Francisco or Tokyo or Alaska. I had people in Alaska, like, it'd be amazing in London, that people that buy it, and they don't look at go-go the same way we do. So they might take it and, speed it up or do what they do with it. Right. So I just think that's a cool idea. It will never replace an actual band, but, it's my take on trying to push go-go out there,
And get it out there in the culture, because to me that's a beautiful thing. Like, go-go is really international. I don't feel as though, as people from DC, we don't really realize how pivotal go-go is. I feel like now we're realizing it because we're using it for peaceful protest. Yeah. Now we're using it to raise awareness, and I love the togetherness that is happening within go-go. So I'm proud, and I'm proud of you for actually keeping it alive, because at one point we didn't know what was going to happen, and look at it, it's just taking off. It really is.
There's a lot going on, right? A lot of things starting to connect. Like, even in the big industry, a lot of things with Glenn Close, with Snoop and R.E. doing the song. I mean, with CeeLo coming up here, it's a lot of things going on, which is great for me, because I think people, once they hear these things, they might search, and usually my thing is the first thing that come up when you're looking at the production of it. So all this is a beautiful thing, and I kind of foresaw it, but sometimes it get bleak. You be like, man, this ain't, people say, man, it ain't gonna do that, I grew up in it, so I love it. I can't help it. I gotta try to push for it.
You got a passion for it. But
I think it's a time coming where live music is going to be, more important again, because kids, and the trap music and the frequencies are different, the digital stuff. I know you know DJ. I was just looking at the name. What was the Stiletto? It's like a different frequency. So they don't respect the bass players and the drummers and you know the skill that go into it. But I think like once light is shed on go-go and people understand like some of the guys and the history and what they went through and how hard it is to play an instrument, and even incorporating some of the analog, the more instrumental stuff with the digital sound, you know, because like I said, history got to repeat itself because the world is revolving around and around, and there's nothing new under the sun, right? So these kids, I think once they know the story behind it, they'll be more connected to it and respect it more. And I think at some point, you know, I think it's coming where it's going to be like, oh, you know, and they'll get into it more. And that's what's going to keep it going. We need the kids that want to pick up a bass and that want to pick up a trumpet and that want to play the drums. That instead of wanting to be, you know, a rapper, which I do too. I do it all. So
that's what I'm saying. Just respect the art and the craft that goes into making every beat, every melody, every harmony. So I get it. Yeah, I get it totally.
And with crowd participation that comes with it in the go-go, it's like people that come every week and their names are part of a song. 14 Fan Clifton, you know, this whole bar start, their names, the crews become part of
you got me bobbing for a second.
Yeah, like real talk though. Think about that. And we're one of the only coaches that really give that love, and only coaches that can play every week. If Erykah Badu came to DC, she couldn't play every week. So the improv skills that it takes to be able to bring people back every week, right? So that part, but like I said, you involving the crowd in it, so they're gonna come because you taking ghetto youth and kids and people in the hood that didn't have a name. But now when he come into the backyard show, he gonna say Philly Funkster, he down with the youngsters, or you know, the brown sugar honey. So you kind of give certain people. The Mac with the black hat, 46 smoking guns. So all the culture as well. So I think it's just important to shed light on that, and I think it's coming. The light is coming to DC.
It's where are you from?
I mean, the light to me.
The official music. I'm from DC, Maryland. You know, grew up in Southeast a little bit. Was uptown. My people from Southeast uptown. I went to school in Maryland. I went to Bladensburg High School. Right after Rah-Rah, Lil Boogie. We had a couple bands in our school. Band Total Group.
That's
so,
why you know what? That's why the school was so heavy on Huckabucks, and it was like a division thing for a while. Like it was like Huckabucks versus was it Ari? I'm trying to remember. What was the group? But it was very divisive. But Bladensburg was definitely.
Eastern High School had a lot of band stuff too, like Baloo. They rich in band and go culture. So Bladensburg, I mean, Optimistic and us kind of came up at the same time. We friends, and we all had a friendly competition, but it was always that. And Pure Elegance too.
A little battle.
On that level. Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah,
so it was really the 90s was lit. The 90s was lit. As a child, like those was the years, and I didn't get to experience like how you got to experience it, but I just know the whole culture, everything, it was just beautiful, and I miss it. Like I make my kids watch 90 TV show all the time.
It's not the same.
So that's the least I could do. And the music, it's not the same in the music. And the energy and how being outside with the street lights come on, or going downtown to the cherry blossom parades and they banging on the buckets like and dropping dollars and literally out there like go-go starting like literally raw like that. So to be a part of that, it's a beautiful thing, and it's definitely a pleasure and an honor to have you on. Us also being a station that's anchored in DC as well. And just also appreciating the culture and having a love for it. So y'all make sure y'all go and check it out. But where can they find you before we close out and hand it off to DJ Stiletto? Maybe she can close us out on your song again.
Oh, okay, beautiful.
Where can they find you?
Chiefism at Chiefism, CHEEFISM. And that's Chief is him. It's really like not a religion. Like it's not I mean, it kind of is. I got my quotes. That mainly stands for Chief is him, but CHEEFISM on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, and that's probably the best way to find me. And then you can get to Go-Go Loops, and you know through that.
click the link in your bio.
On Twitter, yeah. And chiefism.com. I still got that website. And you can buy Go-Go Loop there too. You can go through my store there.
Okay.
So Chiefism is everything. That's kind of, you know, my main
you
thing.
Can't hold on, wait. You can't leave out the part where we could go and access it from somewhere else. You should have said that earlier. We thinking like we could only we gotta wait.
Look, I got so many Twitters and Instagrams, and you know, I'll be out here working, one-man army. But yeah, so chiefism.com, right? Chiefism.com. Okay. You can find everything, all the links to everything, and the store. Well, like you can actually buy the.
Well, y'all look forward to that. Y'all basically click the link in his bio, check that out. Before we close out, I want to make sure that y'all join us back each and every Wednesday live at 9 o'clock when we can be on time. So we apologize about that again. Make sure y'all definitely follow us and like our page on Facebook on the Bliss FM Studio 202 page. Do not also forget to follow us on YouTube. We are live there too. So I don't want anyone telling me I can't watch the show, because you can definitely check it out on YouTube Live. Go to Illustrate Radio and follow us, like and subscribe, all of that good stuff. Again, we appreciate everyone for being here with us. My name is Lucky. You can find me on Magical AF Podcast. I definitely have a couple of new episodes, so y'all make sure y'all Google me and check those out as well. Don't forget about Cincy Sweet. We are back and better than ever, like we never left in the first place. I got a smoothie campaign going on, so y'all definitely check that out, because y'all got to get y'all summer bodies ready. Summer is only a couple months away, and y'all need to come holler at us, okay? But DJ Stiletto, take us out. T. Gray, we miss you. We are so sorry that you are not here with us. Y'all make sure y'all go check her out on The Love Below. Yes, love it. Or T.Gray. It's hold on, it's The Love Below Sex Talk with T. Gray. I ain't about to shortchange my boo. But once you put in Love Below, you'll find her, okay? And
yeah, I'm gonna come up. Okay.
Something's gonna come up. You're gonna be able to find it. Don't worry about it. But dear Stiletto, thank you for holding it down with me. I appreciate you for always coming through for us. Take us out on something good. Give us a nice little mix. And again, it was a pleasure having you on. Chief is him. Chief is
appreciate
him.
Y'all.
I got it.
So yes, are you gonna do the dance? Are you gonna do the dance?
Oh, the way, yeah, how do I do the dance? Come on, at least a little two-step.
I'll see what I can do. Let me see.
Okay, give us a little
slide.
Got a new dance, y'all.
Live in the Decatur where it's greater. Good vibes only. Y'all ready to learn this? It goes a little something like this. Nod your head, move your hips. Do your slide, don't step to the left, give them a little gap. 2 steps to the right, pop the collar split. 2 steps back, twist. Feeling like a whip. Spin around 360, show them all the drip. Nod your head, move your hips. Do your slide.
I love it. I'm gonna try to get my kids to do this. Hey.
Right, pop the collar split. 2 steps back, twist. Follow forever, X across your wrist. Brush the dirt off your shoulders, feeling like a whip. Spin around 360, show them all the drip. Hey.
Hey.
Hey, I was going to with you too. Hey, you killed that. With the
yeah, I got some skills you can see, you know. So I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate you too, man. So let us take us out for these last 2 minutes. Y'all have a good evening, and we will see y'all back here next Wednesday again at 9 p.m., 8 o'clock on Roku. Peace. Stiletto, let them know how they can find you before you log out, though. You know what I'm saying?
DJ STYLETTO. You know what it is. Let's do this one more time. Hey.
I love it when you get low. Get low.
Oh.
It's that 2 seconds for my special guest, Chief.
Y'all feeling the Hey. Hashtag keep it cranking.
Hey.
One love, y'all.
Yeah.
One love.
Brush the dirt off your shoulders, feeling like a pimp. Spin around 360, show them all the drip. Start your head and do your hips. Yeah. Do your slide, don't you slip.
I'm going to learn it.
Yeah. 2 steps to the right, pocket collar split. 2 steps back and do your twist. Brush the dirt off your shoulders, feeling like a pimp. 360, show them all the drip. Hey.
Yeah.
I love it when you get low. That's y'all part right there. Get low. Down to the floor, ladies. Looking so good. Yes, indeed. I see you shine. Yeah. Where you at, Coda? You got the move down here, baby girl. We at G to D. Hot bars.
Check 1 2 1 2. We gonna see y'all next Wednesday. Peace and blessings. Good night.